And I'm a big believer that adversity forges character. And I use that word forges character, much the same way that gold, before it is purified and put through that process of intense pressure and intense heat, is actually not that lovely. Gold must first be purified. Any precious metal, before it looks good in jewelry, must be purified. I think the same with us, is that when we go through these fires of adversity, that our true character emerges. We burn off all the garbage. We burn off all the dross that's not the best version of you. And we come out on the other side, precious. My daughter Caitlin and I, we had a daddy-daughter date. We get them occasionally. They're outstanding, right? So I took Caitlin to the Museum, I think, of Civilization in Philadelphia, and they have a butterfly exhibit. And we're watching this film on butterflies in the chrysalis. And she sees the butterfly struggling to get out of the chrysalis. And she leans over and whispers, "Daddy, why don't people just help the butterflies and open up their chrysalis?" Now, some of you have studied butterflies, might know the answer to this. If you help in parentheses, right? If you help the butterfly emerge from the chrysalis, unfortunately, you've doomed it to certain death. The butterfly requires the struggle of getting out of its chrysalis, which forces fluid through its wings, that once it's dry, can now fly away and protect itself. If you open the chrysalis for the butterfly, no fluid in the wings, can't fly, it's food. In other words, the character that you become sometimes is necessary. And I get it, I've been through hard stuff, you've been through hard stuff, stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. Death in the family, disease, some of you personally gone through stuff. It's crazy, it's horrible, my heart breaks with you. I'm going to encourage you. I'm also a believer that the more pain you've gone through, right, if you handle it well, the more good you'll be able to do in this world. The more people you'll be able to help. I mean, if you only ever had good days, what good are you to the rest of us? See, if I can't understand that you felt pain like I felt pain, how can we even really relate to be intimate? How can we really deeply connect? I hope that my kids sell Cutco. I hope that they sell Cutco. Because I learned more about myself hearing no from customers in my first 3 weeks. I learned more about myself as a person selling Cutco the first 3 weeks than I did my entire post-secondary education. It's a bold statement, I get it. I mean, it makes it sound like we're a cult and I drank the Kool-Aid. But I'm going to tell you, so as you can relate to this, you learn a little bit about yourself with this job. Right? So hands, you learn more on the no sales than you did on the sales. Now don't get me wrong, I wanted the homemakers more than the no sales. It's not like I got a no and I was like, I just got character. That's lame. Right? But don't learn the lesson of the day. Don't lose the lesson is what I should be saying. Don't lose the lesson of the moment. Don't lose the lesson of the no sales. Once you get stuck with a lot of them, we don't want that out. If you're interested, I have some thoughts on how you can overcome adversity, become that best version of yourself. If you're ready, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Commitment, I think, is the first way through. So, hands, you've seen the decision training before. Right? I'm stealing from Bill Bright here. He's the founder of Campus Crusade for Christ. I saw this. I thought, this is too much. This makes too much sense. Right? Feelings, actions, decisions. What drives most people's decisions, not just this generation, by the way, right? Gen X gets the whole bad rap. It's not just your generation, right? My dad, if things are feeling good, he does the right things and he makes the right decisions, right? If I think about myself too often, that's how I work. Things are feeling good, then I make the right actions, and then I make more decisions. Think about a relationship, right? When it's good, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like when you got the gooey feelings. Because things feel good, you keep doing the right things. You go to the dates, by the flowers, right? You initiate conversations that are deep and meaningful because they excite us to spend more time together. But you and I both know, if you're relying on feelings alone for this relationship, where is it going to go in the end? Why? Because feelings fade. Feelings fleet, feelings float, feelings split. And now what are you left with? Well, I'm not doing anything because the fire's gone. Right? I'm not doing the actions. And now I'm making decisions that may or may not be the best version of myself. Celebrated 10 years of marriage with my wife Christy this past November. Woo, that's sexy. Everybody snapped all right. And I can tell you this, we have had bad days, yes or yes? Some bad fights, for sure. I was trying to explain to my daughter recently, Caitlin, we had the talk. You know what I'm talking about, the talk? Well, she's 9. She goes, can I go on YouTube by myself? We say, nope. She goes, why not? Is it because of the sex? How do you know that word? So we thought we'd be proactive here. What do you understand about sex? Anyways, that's all I got on that. Here's what I got on that. Let's explain to her that in our case, she's secure. So are her friends. Their parents are getting divorced. It's not happening to us. Why? Because our marriage isn't based on feelings. Too freaking important. Leave it. Feelings. Don't get me wrong. Feelings are important on the front end. And they have their place in our marriage. But on November 6, 1999, in front of my God, my friends, and my family, I said, this is the woman I'm going to fight for. Whether I feel like it or not. And that is why I'm taking the red eye home tonight. Right? I'm following through whether I feel like it or not. I'm doing the right actions. Whether I feel like it or not, I'm going to do the right things. You know what I'm talking about. Let me give you an example. We were going to see Avatar. We had a huge fight. And I mean a huge fight. I did not want to hang out with this person. Like, I don't even like you right now, right? But we got the sitter, so we're going. Right? I'm all chivalrous on her nature. I'm like slamming the door. Okay? And I sit down in the movie, I'm angry, so I'm not going to hold her hand. But at least I'm there, right? At least I should have. Then like halfway through Avatar, I'm like, what were we fighting about? You know what I'm talking about? Should I hand you? Like, what the heck was that fight about even? I don't know, I was angry, right? It's so important to be right. So I reach over and off my hand, she grabs my hand, we go out for dinner afterwards. And how did the day end? With ice cream, you know what I'm saying, right? Yes, that too. So anyway, what I'm saying is the decisions drive our train. I'm going to do actions that line up with my decisions, the best version of myself, not because it feels good. Now listen to me. The feelings are important, but the feelings always follow when you do the right things. You did notice. The feelings always follow when you do the right things. So here's one recommendation today. If you're feeling good right now, you're a little inspired by this Cutco thing, write down some decisions. Come up with actions that you're going to engage in, whether you feel like it or not, and just do them. How exciting would that be? One of them might be, I am going to set up 5 demos for the next 3 days. That's the most I've ever done before. Maybe it's, I'm going to do 10 demos this weekend. Right? And how to do that point with my numbers, I'm probably going to make like 30 phone calls. Whoa. But committing to getting it done. Because the feelings, yes, are important. But understand this. All the excitement, all the inspiration you feel right now, it's going to leave. It's going to go. It's going to be gone at some point. Might not be tomorrow. But eventually it will fade out. What are you left with? Is your activity, your decisions. You're going to follow up on whether you feel like it or not. So that, again, yes, how are you going to feel when you get those 10 demos set up? Right? How are you going to feel going to 10 demos? You're going to be so giddy. You're going to be like really able to hang on to your Cutco. Let's do it, let's do it. 10 demos. Why or not? I got 9 more. That's good. You know I'm having a grand day today. I got 5 demos, right? I'd have to really try hard to not sell $1,000 worth